bands began to form outside London. The Buzzcocks in Manchester now proved that you could take this DIY approach and apply it beyond fashion and street culture to make punk's first DIY record.
The recording was, I don't know, I could believe we did it in half an hour. My memory is the overall budget for the whole thing was, everything was about 500 quid.
It wasn't intended to be a statement to it, but it adhered to the principles of what punk was. And that was, if you can do it yourself, then what's stopping you? And that, because it's not polished and not pristine and perfect, it doesn't mean it's not any good. In fact, it could have its own quality. Through being imperfect, it has more character and more life.
One Buzzcocks song, with its ironic, playful twist on punk's taste for alienation, became a classic.
Yeah, well, I say what I mean. I say what comes to my mind, because I never get around to things. I live a straight line, you know me, I'm acting dumb. You know the scene very humdrum. Boredom.
Well, boredom was that was going to be a safe topic. that would be in style. That would be the kind of thing one would think about, one would write about.
We wanted it not to be, pleasant and easy listening, but to be a bit challenging in a way. It was I would just play around with things and see what sounded right.
Boredom was sophisticated. Boredom had stops in it. The song stopped, and we hadn't had that before.
Ba-dum.
I mean, when it came to the guitar solo, I wanted to do a parody of a guitar solo. So instead of playing lots and lots of notes, I just repeated the same tune. Doing da-dee, 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 da-dee. The guitar solo, which it broke all the rules of what guitar solos are supposed to be. But it works, and because of the idea of boredom, having something which has nothing to it at all, which goes on and on and on and on, it fitted in with that concept.
The decisive influence on the early sound of bands like Buzzcocks in the UK was the revved-up minimalism of the Ramones in New York. By the time the Sex Pistols finally broke up, there was a feeling that punk had become the very thing it had set out to destroy. It was predictable, boring. Tired of this conformity, Howard Devoto left Buzzcocks. But Pete Shelley stayed, fusing punk attitude with a taste for a good tune to write the perfect pop song.
New one from the next album. Ever fallen in love with someone you shouldn't have? 1, 2, 3, 4.
There wasn't talk of us splitting up or anything. But it was just down to the songs. The songs have good melodies, and that's fine.
You understand my natural emotions. You make me feel I'm going to hurt and I'm hurt. If I start a commotion, I run the risk of losing you, and that's worse.